Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something really important. It's about more than just, tipping our hats during Small Business Week in October. We really want to dig into why these businesses are the absolute lifeblood of our communities. And maybe more importantly, what simple things, real actions we can all take right now to help them stick around and hopefully thrive.
Exactly. And our guide for this is really the insights and the long experience of Jason Kipfer. He's the founder and chair of the Locally Connected Community Hub. And he's spent years, years, right there with entrepreneurs, seeing their drive, but also seeing the huge hurdles they face. So we're going to try and boil down what he's learned about how that genuine local connection, that's often the key ingredient they're missing.
Yeah, and Jason always starts with this point, doesn't he? That saying the Canadian economy is built on the backs of small businesses isn't just a nice phrase, it's a hard fact, statistically, and maybe one we don't think about enough day to day.
Oh, absolutely. The scale is kind of mind-boggling when you look at the numbers. So get this. As of December 2023, Canada had about 1.07 million small employer businesses.
Okay, 1.07 million. That sounds like a lot.
It is. And think about it this way. If you look at all the businesses in Canada that have employees, a massive 97.8% are small businesses. We're talking businesses with like 1 to 99 paid employees.
Wow, 97.8%. So almost everything. That really puts the huge corporations in perspective, doesn't it? They're actually the tiny minority.
Exactly, just a sliver. And the job numbers, they tell the same story. Small businesses employ close to 8 million people in Canada.
8 million jobs.
Yeah, which is 63.8% of all private sector workers. And if you zoom in even closer, it gets more interesting. Almost three-quarters, like 73.9% of Canadian companies have fewer than 10 employees.
Fewer than 10. So these are really tiny operations, micro businesses, basically.
Totally. But add them all up, and they are what's driving the whole engine, really.
So you've got this huge economic force on one side, but on the other side, it's also about the feel of our neighborhoods, right? Jason talks about this a lot. These aren't anonymous companies. They're the local restaurants, the coffee shops, the little boutiques that actually give a place its character.
Right. They're the ones hiring our kids for their first jobs, maybe sponsoring the local kids soccer team. Often the owners are our actual neighbors, which leads to this kind of awkward truth Jason has seen over, 14 years working in the community. It's a real irony. Think about when a local shop closes down, especially after COVID. People get genuinely upset, right? There's this huge outpouring of sadness online.
Oh, yeah, you see it all the time. Oh, no, I loved that place. Such a loss for the community.
Exactly that. But here's the kicker, Jason points out. Many of the same people expressing that loss, they probably drove past that very shop, that physical building, 2, 3, maybe 4 times a day. Every single day.
Oof, without stopping.
Without stopping in. So we say we value them, and we miss them terribly when they're gone, but, our actual shopping habits might not have shown it while they were still fighting to survive.
That's uncomfortable, but probably true for a lot of us.
And bridging that gap, that sort of disconnect between what we feel and what we do, that's really at the heart of what the Community Hub tries to address.
That really shifts the focus, doesn't it? From just economics to, our own behavior. And it makes you wonder what makes someone pour their life, their savings, everything, into a venture when the odds can be so tough. That's where Jason's own background becomes really revealing.
Yeah, if you trace his career path, it's almost like he learned what small businesses don't need first before figuring out what they do.
Yeah.
He started way back at the Greater Kitchener-Waterloo Chamber of Commerce. So organizing tons of events, working on membership, just getting deeply involved in the day-to-day grind of local businesses.
Okay, standard chamber stuff. But then he went somewhere trickier.
Right. He moved into the world of merchant services, payment processing fees. First with First Data MasterCard, doing outside sales for TD Merchant Services. Basically, his job was to educate small businesses about transaction fees.
Ugh, that sounds painful. Every business owner I know hates dealing with those fees. Why was that experience so important for him later?
Because he saw up close how those complex, often deliberately confusing fees just slowly bleed businesses dry. A small shop owner makes a sale, feels great, but then a chunk of that money just vanishes into rates and charges they barely understand. It's this constant hidden drain.
Yeah, eating away at already thin margins.
Exactly. It takes time and technical know-how to fight it, which most owners just don't have. He saw that constant pressure.
Okay, that makes sense. And then TD Bank actually bought that portfolio, and Jason ended up working directly for the bank.
Yeah, he became a community small business advisor for TD Bank in Waterloo region.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets really
Well,
human. Because now his job was literally sitting across the desk from people making these massive life bets. He talks about hearing the absolute passion in their voices, seeing this like fire in their eyes, and realizing these people aren't just signing loan papers. They're putting everything on the line. Their life savings, maybe remortgaging their house, marriages under stress, family life on hold, all for this thing they believe in so fiercely.
wow. I mean, you see a shop front, but you don't always think about that level of personal risk behind it. How did he handle that kind of pressure, seeing that day in, day out?
I think that very exposure was the key. It showed him that the biggest problem wasn't always just lack of money or even lack of passion. Often it was a lack of accessible real human support, a lack of community connection. And that insight, plus his early work helping local tech businesses connect globally through Canada's technology triangle, it all kind of clicked. He realized the most powerful support isn't always global or financial. It's local. It's relational.
Okay, so that intense experience inside the bank, seeing the raw vulnerability, that's the perfect lead-in to how the locally connected community hub started. It wasn't in some corporate office, right?
Not at all. It was about as grassroots as you can get. It literally started with a Facebook post back in January 2017. It was almost accidental. He just put something out there inviting neighbors in his own Eastbridge neighborhood to meet up at a local pub for a drink.
Just to hang out, not for business.
Nope, just to build community, get to know the neighbors. That was the initial idea.
And look at it now. That one post has grown into something cute. It's been going almost 9 years.
Almost 9 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And it spread way beyond that first neighborhood. There are 7 active chapters now across South and Southwestern Ontario. Places like Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge, Guelph, Woolwich Township, Stratford, even down to the Niagara region. Over 2,500 people involved now.
That's incredible growth from a single Facebook post.
Well, the vision clearly resonates. And it's broader than just business, remember. It's about making the whole community feel more inclusive, safer, just a better place to live, work, play, and shop. And the people who come, super diverse mix. You got entrepreneurs, sure, but also stay-at-home parents, retirees, young professionals just starting out. Everyone's welcome.
And for the business owners in that mix, how does it help them grow? What's the method?
It's refreshingly simple, actually. They do business development the old-fashioned way, meaning building real relationships, getting to know people first, building trust, making genuine connections before you even think about asking for a sale.
The opposite of a cold call.
Exactly. The more you show up, the more you engage authentically, the more likely people are to think of you, support you, refer you. It's natural. And this model also directly tackles that irony we talked about earlier, driving past places without ever going in.
Oh, so...
Jason deliberately changes the location for the monthly meetups. They rotate through different local businesses each time.
Ah, clever.
It provides the perfect excuse, that meetup hook, for people to actually walk through the door of a place they've maybe seen 100 times but never visited.
That lowers the barrier, doesn't it? Gives you a reason, a social reason, to finally go in.
Precisely. But then comes the slightly bittersweet moment Jason described. He often asks the group, right there in the venue with the owner standing there, okay, be honest, raise your hand if this is your very first time ever setting foot in this place.
Oh, wow. How many hands usually go up?
He says it's always amazing how many hands shoot up. Every single time.
Huh. What does that tell you?
2 things, really. 1, sometimes all a local business needs is that little nudge, that specific invitation to get a potential new customer through the door. And 2, even in neighborhoods we think we know well, we're often creatures of habit, sticking to our tiny little paths and routines. We just don't explore our own backyard enough.
That relationship gap, or maybe awareness gap, seems critical, especially now thinking about all the pressures small businesses are under. I mean, costs are soaring, inflation's biting, it's hard to find staff, and they're constantly competing with Amazon and the big chain stores.
Yeah, the reality check is pretty harsh. The survival stats are sobering. Between 2017 and 2021, on average, about 94,000 small businesses closed each year.
94,000 gone annually.
But here's the flip side, the resilience part. In that same period, an average of 103,000 new ones were created each year.
So more starting than closing. That's hopeful.
It shows incredible entrepreneurial spirit, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's still a churn. There's a lot of struggle baked in.
And even with all that passion Jason saw, the stats still say 5% don't make it past year 1, right? And wasn't there a really high number, like 70%, that fail because of management issues?
That's right. Over 70% fail due to management problems. And that stat, that's exactly where something like the Community Hub can be a lifeline.
How does relationship building fix, like, bad cash flow management or operational mistakes?
Well, directly, maybe it doesn't fix it like a consultant would. But think about why management failures often happen. Isolation is a huge factor. If you're struggling alone, you don't have trusted peers to bounce ideas off, or someone who's been through it to say, hey, watch out for this, or have you tried that? Especially with things like cash flow worries, which, yeah, over 20% of owners constantly stress about. Or figuring out how to handle rising supplier costs.
So the collaboration the hub encourages, it breaks that isolation. It provides a support network.
Exactly. It helps level the playing field a bit. Instead of being alone against all those pressures, you've got a community, people who understand, who might have solutions or resources to share. And that ties into the stress aspect, too. We saw that stat, 58% of small business owners say work-life balance is crucial for long-term survival.
Yeah, you can't run on fumes forever.
Right. So that network effect isn't just about potential sales. It's about shared knowledge, mutual support, maybe even just sanity.
Looking forward then, is this a shop local idea evolving? Is it just about proximity anymore?
I think it's becoming much more about connection. Consumer trends are shifting. People seem less interested in just, anonymous transactions. They increasingly want experiences. They want to feel connected to where they spend their money. They want to see the impact.
And local small businesses naturally offer that, don't they? Big box stores just can't replicate that personal touch, that community feel.
Exactly. So the Community Hub is leaning into that, finding new ways to build that loyalty, make it easier for people to find and support local. We heard about things like their Shop Local Rewards program, that cool 12 Days of Christmas thing they do, the Shop Local edition.
And the big one, the app, right? Connect SWO.
Yeah, the Connect SWO app is a huge deal. They launched it on Canada Day. It's aiming to be the biggest freely accessible directory of local businesses across South and Southwestern Ontario.
So making it super easy for anyone to just pull out their phone and find local options right near them.
Pretty much. It takes that relationship model and gives it a modern, wide-reaching tool. You can check it out, download it from their website, locallyconnected.ca.
Okay, so we've established why small businesses matter, how the hub model helps foster connection. Now let's get really practical for everyone listening. What can you actually do starting today, starting this month, to go beyond just meaning to support local? Jason gave us 7 concrete actions, low effort, high impact. Let's run through them.
Okay, number 1, visibility is key. Leave a positive Google review. Costs nothing, takes maybe a minute, but it hugely impacts how easily others find them online. It's like gold for their search ranking.
Good one. Okay, number 2, use your own social network. Post a selfie when you're at a small business. Tag the business, say what you bought or why you like the place. It's instant, authentic marketing from a trusted source, you.
Number 3, helps their cash flow immediately. Buy a gift card. Even if you don't use it for months, that purchase puts cash in their hands right now, helping them cover today's bills. Super important.
Makes sense. Number 4, be their megaphone. Share their social media posts. Don't just hit like if they post about an event or a new product. Share it. You instantly boost their reach to your whole network. Again, free marketing for them.
Number 5 is about breaking out of your rut. Try something new. Actually go into that shop you always walk past. Try that restaurant you've been curious about. Order a different item off the menu at your regular spot. Be adventurous locally.
Love that. Okay, number 6, the classic, word of mouth. Recommend a business to a friend. Be specific. Don't just say shop local. Tell your coworker, hey, you have to check out Sarah's bookstore. They have the best. Personal recommendations are powerful.
And finally, number 7, maybe the simplest, but maybe the most meaningful. Say thank you.
Right.
Seriously, just take a moment to genuinely thank the owner or the staff for being there, for doing what they do, for adding to the community. That little bit of appreciation, it can make a huge difference to their morale.
7 great actionable things. Easy to do. So, wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway from this deep dive? It feels like supporting small businesses isn't just an economic calculation.
Not at all. It's really fundamental to our sense of belonging, isn't it? It's about preserving the unique identity of our communities. It's about taking a bit of collective pride in the sheer grit and passion of our neighbors who've put it all on the line.
Yeah, that passion Jason saw across the desk.
Exactly. And maybe we can end with that powerful challenge Jason often puts out there, which really sums up the whole mission of the Locally Connected Community Hub, he says. Don't just tell us you support and shop local. Show us.
Powerful. So if you're listening and you want to feel more plugged into your own community, if you like the sound of doing business through real relationships, and if you want to buy from people you actually know and trust, then definitely check out one of the locally connected Community Hub meetups.
You can find everything you need, info on the different chapters, the Connects AWO app, dates for upcoming events. It's all at locallyconnected.ca.
Great stuff. Thanks for tuning in to the Deep Dive, everyone, and we genuinely hope to see you out there showing your support for local businesses soon.